very bad.
The Crow City of Angels is one of the easiest bad game reviews I ever had to make. Like, I don't have to actively go out and search for bad parts of the game in my gameplay. It's all bad. Like, I can show you any part of my playthrough and it will be horrendous. First of all, the game is completely butt fugly. It looks horrible. Your character that you control, the Crow, he walks around like a 3-year-old who lost his mommy at the mall. He looks like a complete and total dweeb when he walks around these horrible and ugly environments. And the enemies you have to fight, they're just like a bunch of leather-bound gimps. That's basically the entire game. It's basically like a beat-em-up. You walk around these ugly environments like a 3-year-old who's lost at the mall, and you perpetually slap around a bunch of leather S&M gimps. I wish I could tell you these are the worst parts of the game, but as you can clearly see, the absolute most horrendous part of this game is the meat and potatoes of a beat-em-up style game like this. The actual combat is unbearable. The hit detection is probably the worst I've ever seen in any game, not just to beat 'em up, just in any game, period. Like, you miss half of your swings, whether you're punching with your arms, swinging with your legs, or using some kind of weapons like knives or boomerangs. Your character never seems to be able to focus on the enemy. Like, half the times you're going to be doing spinning head kicks, like literally at a completely different direction than where your enemy is. You have to constantly reposition yourself, and the enemies are always coming, like non-stop. The enemies are like on a loop, just like this game's horrible music. You beat up 2 enemies in an area, 2 more will come out, and 2 more, and 2 more on top of that. And once you beat up all these gimps at this S&M club with your horrible attacks, which barely ever register, you spaz your way over to the next ugly part of the game and continue the same thing over and over throughout the entire game. This is one of those games where I don't even need to say anything. Like, I could explain the combat to you in further detail, but why? Look at it. Just look at the combat. Look at how horrible he swings. Look at how I can't hit anything. It's like if somebody presents you with a bowl of food. They don't need to explain that you're supposed to eat it. It's food. Dig in. This game is horrible. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Yes, it is really this bad. I see no reason for anyone to ever play this travesty. If I made this game, I wouldn't even want to test it out. You know what? That's maybe the problem. They made the game and forgot to actually try it. That's why the hit detection is non-existent, and you're basically just fighting the air half the time. You know what? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe in this alternate version of the Crow, the thing that killed the Crow's family was actually oxygen, and now he's just trying to beat up air to get his revenge. If that's the case, well, job well done. You do fight a lot of air in this game. The Crow City of Angels gets a very deserved stanburdman rating of a 2 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends.